Hello, friends. Welcome to the stream. Can you hear me? Oh, you can, because I can hear myself. That's awkward. What the heck? What is happening? Oh my god, you know what it is? Guys, I feel like an idiot. Nope, that's not right. What a great start to the stream. Oh no, I can hear myself. I put my iPad in a new case. And it's not turning down? What the heck? I'm so confused. I don't want to hear myself. Please make it stop. Okay. Well, I guess I just have to mute it. And why is it... What is happening? YouTube on TV? What TV is it playing on? Oh, it might be playing on the upstairs TV. Okay. What a great start to this stream, guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I think we're good now. No way. Well, I guess I just have to... Please stop. What is happening? Okay, there we go. For some reason my iPad wasn't turning down. That was so weird. All right. Crushing it. Oh my gosh, that was a wreck. I think we're good now. Holy manoli. I thought it was that I put my iPad the wrong way in like the new case and I wasn't actually turning down. But no, just my iPad was messed up for a second. Hello, friends. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Happy Thursday. Hopefully you are all having a wonderful day. Welcome to the stream. I am going to be playing Wyrmspan by Stonemaier Games, and this is going to be with the new Dragon Academy expansion, which I'm super excited to play. This kind of adds in a few different things, adds in some new dragons, adds in a new scoreboard, adds in some new guilds for the dragon guilds up here, and then it also... What else did it add? I think that is everything. The main thing is there's new dragon types. So there are fledglings, which you can kind of train because those are, I guess, classified as teenager dragons, which is very cute. But yes, I believe that is everything. It just adds in more of what you already love in Wyrmspan. And I do want to say a huge thank you to Stonemaier Games for sponsoring today's stream. This is the last of 6 different live streams I've done throughout 2025, and it has been wonderful working with Stonemaier Games, and I'm hoping to do more work with them in the future because they're always awesome to work with. Jamie's awesome. The rest of the Stonemaier Games team is awesome, and yeah, hello everybody. Victoria, welcome to the stream. Jacob, hello. Gonna be lurking while I make some tacos. Heck yes, love tacos. Victoria, you are going to be putting together some print and plays. That's actually something that I need to do. There's one specific print and play that I really want to print out called, I think it's called Chateau. I backed it on Kickstarter or like crowdfunding, and I have not printed it. Which, yes, Victoria, like Ronnie said, which, hello Ronnie, how are you? What print and plays are you working on? Dear Booth World, crushing it. I know. That was quite the start. That was quite the start. Hopefully we're good for the rest of the live stream. Working on Kansas Rollin' Right. Interesting. I've never heard of that one. Good evening, Garden Gnomes. Hello, Brian. How are you? How's it going? Solo Power Games. Hello. Yay, I love Wyrmspan. I also do love Wyrmspan. I think Wyrmspan might be my favorite out of the trilogy. I think I've said this before, but I think my rankings would be I enjoy Wyrmspan the most, then Wingspan, then Finspan. Personally, don't love fish, but I do like birds, and I also really like dragons, which I think dragons is like the thing that I like the most. They all, like, the gameplays of them are all pretty equal because they're all fairly similar, but I do like the gameplay of Wyrmspan more just because it adds in a little bit more complexity and a few more things going on. I love the kind of personalization of how you can get your resources and stuff, because in Wingspan you're kind of just going after the resources that are available from the rolled dice, whereas in Wyrmspan you are going and exploring one of the rows with your explorer, and that allows you to pick whatever resources you would like out of the 4. So it's a little bit more personalized and tailored to like what you want. It feels like you have more control of gaining resources and stuff. So yes. Jeremiah, hello, welcome. Multiplayer 1985, welcome to the stream. Hi Jenna, how are you? I just got Endeavor Deep Sea and Welcome to the Moon as Hanukkah gifts for myself. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. I am very jealous that you got Endeavor Deep Sea. That is one that I think I will most likely buy myself at some point. I actually just recently bought myself Shallow Sea, which Shallow Sea is a 2025 release from Bad Comet Games. Fantastic game. I have really enjoyed Bad Comet Games. They have Shallow Sea, Life in the Amazonia, and Wondrous Creatures, which I have loved all 3 of them. So, yes. Shallow Sea was fantastic. And I'm happy that I have it now. Aaliyah's Garden is my recent print and play. Ooh, I'll have someone else print it. Ooh, that sounds very cool. I like that the fish eat each other. Oh yeah, in Finspan. Hi, first time joining the live. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? How's it going? Marine scientist in my Livestream. Yeah, that makes sense for you, Ronnie. Endeavor Deep Sea is so good. It really is. It is fantastic. It like truly did deserve the Kinnertspiel, I believe is what the award was. Endeavor Deep Sea, I pledged the base and expansion last year. Should get it next year. Yeah, maybe I wonder, do they have late pledges open for that? Because maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just late pledge. Anyways, friends, we are going to get started. Let me switch over to this right here. This is the kind of look of Wyrmspan. We have our own personal board. The solo AI in this game is super easy. You're simply just flipping over a card, and then that is going to determine what the AI does. And most of the time, the AI is literally just going around this dragon guild. Whenever they hit one of these brown spots, they're going to gain something based off of the card that is currently flipped. They're going to be wiping the cards, taking those away from you. They're going to be gaining and spending the kind of action tokens here to kind of add to their objective amounts, which I'll get into. But I start with 6 of these action tokens. Once I no longer want to do any more actions, I can pass. And a new thing in this version of the game is that you have a new pass mechanism where once you pass, you can decide which one of these you want to go to. You're going to be placing your little explorer on one of these 6 spots. In the first 2 rounds, we're going to be using the yellow spots. And in the last 2 rounds, we're going to be using the red spots. And you're simply just going to place this. It's going to determine how many action tokens you get for the next round, and then you can also get additional things. So 5 action tokens and 2 eggs, 5 action tokens, an egg, and a resource of your choice, so on and so forth. And then there is one down here, which is that you get 6 action tokens, and that is it. But if the AI ends up passing before I do, they are going to always take the 6 action spot slot. So that's just a little thing to keep in mind. With the solo, with the expansion, typically in the game of Wyrmspan without the expansion, I would go first, and then we would just continue going back and forth until the end of the game. But in this, we are going to be switching the first player token back and forth, which I just realized that I don't think I have the first player token. Well, maybe I do. Is it in here? Oh, got it. So we are going to be switching this back and forth. So I'm going to start with it, but in the next round, once we both have passed, this is going to get given to the AI, and they are going to go first on the next round. Okay. Additionally, I am also starting with some cards to choose from. So you start with 3 of each, so 3 dragon cards and 3 cave cards, and I'm going to decide 4 of these to keep. I could keep all 3 cave cards and 1 dragon card. I could do the vice versa, keep all 3 dragon cards and 1 cave card. I am just allowed to keep 4 of these 6 cards that I have here, so we're going to do that in a second. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. We're going to be going through 4 rounds. At the end of a round, we are going to be scoring an objective, which, let me zoom you guys into the objectives here. The 4 that I'm going for in this game is first round. We're going to be scoring for dragons that I have, that have a printed cost that includes at least 1 gold. That is going to be dragons that I have on my board. This here is dragons that may live in only 1 cave. So that is one of the 3 different caves that I have here on my board. This one here is shy dragons on my player mat. And then last one is fledglings on my player mat, which the fledglings are the new ones. I actually have a fledgling here. And basically with the fledglings, you are going to, in order to get the ability or thing at the bottom of the card in the purple spot here, you are going to have to train the fledgling. And in order to do that, you're going to, for a free action, be able to, whenever you're exploring and going past this card, you can place one of the training cubes going from left to right onto the squares on the fledgling cards. You do have to pay what is in that square, so I will have to pay 1 milk to put a cube there, 1 cave card to put a cube there, and then 1 additional milk. Once you have all cubes covering those spots, that fledgling is officially fully trained, and then that kind of unlocks their ability at the bottom. So that is everything there. And yeah, those are all of the 4 different objectives. And we are working with the Gamblers Guild, which is one of the new guilds for the expansion. And this basically has just a bunch of fun little abilities that you can do that are kind of have like a chance involved with them. So you're going to be drawing a certain amount and then playing one of them for free, different things like that. And then there is an endgame scoring here, which is draw 4 dragon cards from the deck, score the printed VP on 2 of them, and then you discard the 4. So it's a little bit of a luck in that as well, where you're going to be kind of getting a certain amount of victory points based off of the cards that you draw. But yes, I believe that is everything for a little quick overview of how the game is going to play. I am going to kind of teach you guys as we go. But I believe we're all good to get into it. I will show you kind of how the AI works as we go through that as well. But yeah, let's do it. All right. Let me catch up on chat quickly before we start playing. By the way, I got La Granja Deluxe Master Set in today. Only paid 50 USD new and found Pandemic for 10 USD while thrifting today. Very nice. Yeah, I think, Jacob, I saw somewhere I forget what it was. I think it might have been one of like the American online board game stores had a really good sale on Le Grand House. That might be where you ended up getting it. But such a fantastic game. It might have been Nerd. What's that nerd board game website? Forget what it's called. Oh, I need to. May I delete you? Delete. Goodbye. Hello, Kim. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Wyrmspan has one of my favorite AIs, to be honest. It is a fantastic AI. It's like super easy to run. It like most of the time the AI's turns take a fraction of the time of your turns, which is always my favorite. Yes, Game Nerds. That's it. And Jacob did say, yes, I got it from Game Nerds. I did see that deal and I was like, that's a heck of a deal. Which I'm pretty sure you got it for 50 USD. 50 USD is around like 70 something Canadian. And I think I got mine. Mine was secondhand, mind you, from like a bring and buy. And I got mine for 80, which that's like a really good deal. So congrats on finding that awesome deal. Aw, hello Jenna and all. Presque le something 1:30 hour. Oh, it's 1:30 a.m. in France. Hello from France, or bonjour from France. But I love this game and Jenna too. Hello. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. Okay, so I am first to play. I am going to have to figure out what cards I want to keep. So, I also will say that I'm going to try not to make this stream as long as I typically make streams. I have discovered that not a lot of people like how long my live streams are, and I really want to make my live streams more appealing to more people, because I feel like I do end up just yapping a lot of the times, and then my streams end up being 3 hours long, and I feel bad. So I'm going to try not to yap as much and really just play the game. But I know that most people that come into here do like to just chat and hang out. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. Okay, so I do kind of want to keep this fledgling, just so I can kind of experiment with a new type of dragon. So this one here, this is an end game, and this is gain 1 victory point for each egg in this dragon's row. So that would be a fun one. This one here has a cost of gold, which we do want dragons with costs of gold, so I kind of want to keep that one. And I think I'm going to skip out on this hatchling. So that's going to be one I discard. And then as for these, would love that cave. And then as for the second one, ooh, this is one of the new caves. This is when I place it down up to 2 times, train any fledgling 1 time for free. That's actually really nice. Immediately play 1 dragon card with a discount of 1 egg or 1. Oh, that one's good too. Shoot. I think I might actually keep that one. Training a fledgling for free twice is kind of nice, but immediately play a dragon with a discount of 1 egg or 1 resource is kind of nice, because then I could potentially play this dragon for 1 gold instead of 2 gold. Okay, so I am going to discard those. So I'm keeping 2 dragons and 2 of these cave cards. And then I am first in turn order for this round. So I am going to, I will probably, I might actually just entice a dragon, or, because I need resources. I need resources. I need milk and an egg, which I do start with 1 egg. Okay, so I'm going to excavate. And this dragon is going to go into yellow, whereas this dragon can go anywhere. So I think I'm going to excavate. I'm going to place this here. Excavate allows me to pay one of these tokens to do that action, and then I can play one of the cave cards from my hand into one of the empty slots on the board. So I'm going to play one into this slot here. We do have 3 slots here that already have cave cards on them that I can play dragons onto. But this way I do immediately when I play this cave card down, I gain 1 meat and 1 gold. Give their names, Jenna. We will track them down and convince them. I think a lot of it, there was actually a post on Facebook of in like a solo board gaming group, and it was like, oh, put down like who your favorite solo content creators are. And I was looking at the list and the Board Game Garden was nowhere to be found, and it kind of hurt my soul a little bit. So then I commented on that post and I was like, goal for 2026 is to make more solo gamers aware of the Board Game Garden, which is actually a big goal for me in 2026, is to focus more on solo gaming on my channel. I do really want to do that. And also just make more people aware of me being or trying to be more of a solo content creator, solo gaming content creator. And I do think that I commented on that, and then someone replied that they love my channel, but a lot of my playthroughs are way too long. But they said something really nice, which is that they know that I focus a lot on community, which is definitely what I do. And I love talking to you guys and connecting with you guys, and that's really important to me. And so it was really nice that she mentioned that. But I think that a lot of the times people compare my solo live streams to other people's filmed playthroughs, which filmed playthroughs, those you're just getting straight to the game and you can pump out a solo game in a very small amount of time. Whereas with these live streams, I'm taking pauses like this and talking to you guys and stuff. And I do admit, I'm a yapper. I like to talk. So I kind of want to meet in the middle somewhere and focus on the gaming, which we are going to get back into in a second, don't worry. But I want to focus on the gaming, but still chat and kind of meet halfway, you know? Live stream content is like you had to be there. Exactly. And I think because all of my live streams are videos after the fact on YouTube, people go to those videos and be like, oh my goodness, a 3-hour long video? That's crazy. But it was a 3-hour live stream where I was connecting with my community. So I understand, but at the same time, connecting with the community and stuff is important. So I like the yapping. I'm glad. Length doesn't bother me. Good. Us gaming nerds can be a very yappy bunch. Oh yeah, for sure. To be honest, you were one of my first and favorite content creators when I got into the hobby last year. So I'm just I'm happy to be here however long I can. Thank you so much, Jacob. That means a lot. A stream with no audience interaction is pointless. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, I do understand when people come to a playthrough that you're not necessarily part of that person's community, or you don't really have an interest in that particular content creator. You're not gonna want to see the yapping in the 3-hour videos. You're gonna just want to see the game, and I get that. But yeah, we'll see. I'm here for the yaps. I'm glad that you guys are here for the yaps. I love the long streams. Okay, yay. Also, hello, Mike. How are you? It's definitely different when you're watching it later than interacting live. Maybe edit out the shorten it if it's not too much work. See, that's what I've been doing with these live streams, actually. So when I've been doing these live streams for Stonemaier games, I actually upload this like content or this live stream after, and then I go in and edit it. It does take a long time to go through the live stream and re-edit it and like take out all of the chunks, but that's what I've been doing with the Stonemaier games. That's what I'll do with this one, is I'll go back in and like edit out all of these sections of me yapping to you guys, just because I know that people going to the Stonemaier YouTube channel or Jamie's YouTube channel, they're not going to want this kind of yapping part in it. So I've been doing that. I will say it does take a while, but we will see. That was actually something that I was considering. Hi Ryan. Hi Jenna. Sorry, playing Roth. Otherwise, I'd join for longer. All good. Hopefully you guys are having a good game night, Ryan. Hello, Graham. I know that you and Ryan are actually in the same room, so hopefully you guys are enjoying Roth. Hello, everybody else. Graham and Pariah are having a game night. Okay, so I'm going to stop yapping and we're going to get back into gaming, all right? But I will yap again at some point. All right, so I'm all finished with my first turn, which was that I placed down this. It is now the AI's turn, which let me actually zoom you guys into the AI's area. Where's the AI's area? So we're going to get into the AI's turn. There we go. Nope, that's not right. All right, we're going to get into the AI's turn, which, like I said, is very simple. You just have these cards here. Based off of difficulty, which I think I ended up doing easy or AI level 1. So you have 8 cards that make up the AI's deck, depending on its difficulty. Some cards change for higher difficulties. You're going to shuffle up all 8 cards. For this round, we are going to take out 1 card, place that off to the side, and then we're going to flip over the first AI card. If there is an icon up here that has this X, that means that if the AI's deck was empty at this point, they would pass, but obviously it is not. There might be some icons up here, which we'll get into those after, but on the left here, there will be an icon for getting rid of the cards and like cycling through the cards. There might be an icon up here of these tokens, and that's going to be how you're adding and subtracting points from their objectives. And then the main part here is this. So we are on round 1. That means that they are going to move 1 spot on the Dragon Guild, and then if they were to hit one of the brown spots at the top or the bottom, this is when they would be taking some cave cards, dragon cards, and then based off of the cards that they have at the end of the game, they are going to gain victory points based off of the cards. So with this one here, they are simply just going to move 1 space around the Dragon Guild. So we're going to take theirs, we're going to move 1 spot. They do not get any of the rewards at the Dragon Guild. They're simply just going to move, and then like I said, whenever they hit this spot and this spot, they will be gaining stuff for those. So that is the AI's turn. Super easy. Most of the time you are literally just moving them around the Dragon Guild. So it is now back to me. And like I said, I think I am going to immediately now, right away, I am going to, actually. Oh no, this is just for when you are exploring. So I'm going to excavate again, and I'm going to add this card up here. So we're just adding caves right away, which I think is fine. I don't think I've done this kind of strategy before when I'm playing Wyrmspan, but I am going to play this here, and immediately I can play 1 dragon from my hand with a discount of 1 egg or 1 resource of my choice. And I am going to play this guy here. This is the Crepicious Venomous Worm dragon, and I am going to play him into the first spot here in my Golden Grotto. I get 1 discount, so he's only going to cost me 1 gold. I'll pay that, and then we have him here, which his ability is Whenever I explore over top of him, it says reveal one dragon from the deck. If it is small or a hatchling, tuck it here. Otherwise, add it to your hand. That's actually pretty cool. Love that. All right. That is everything for me. Very simple. Played a dragon. That's it. So it is now back to the AI. We're going to flip over their card. We have no icons at the top. It is round 1 still, so they are, again, simply just going to move 1 space around the guild. Simple, easy. We love to see it. Hey, Jenna. Hello, Luke. Welcome to the stream. That is the t-shirt? What is the t-shirt? I will yap again. Yes. I love that. 2026 the year for the t-shirt, Victoria. I love it. Fun fact, am actually working on some Board Game Garden merch. So hey, that might be one. That might be a t-shirt. Let me know of any fun things that you guys want me to put on t-shirts, because I actually am working on merch. And 2026 will be the year that the Board Game Garden will have merch. Also, I'm working on a rebrand for the Board Game Garden. So it's still going to be called the Board Game Garden. I just actually have like a legit like color scheme and branding, a new logo, all of the things. So very excited. 2026 is going to be a good year. Heroic Logic, welcome. Board Gamer Girl, Natalie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. How are you? Thank you for using your Prime. If you guys have Prime, Amazon Prime, and you're on Twitch, just a reminder, you can use your Prime to get 1 free subscription to any Twitch streamer that you would like. So, Natalie, thank you. Appreciate it. Also, look at that snazzy background. Ooh, I know, right? It's nice, eh? Did you guys notice? Ooh, look at the beautiful background. There's even Wyrmspan right there. We love to see it. Oh, makes me so happy. Hi, friends, for sure. Oh, I would love that. That's a good idea. That's a good one. Okay. So it is now back to me. And for my next turn, I do want to eventually get this dragon down, which I will need 1 egg and 1 milk. So what I can do here is, I'm going to explore for the first time. And that is going to, I'm going to place it here. I kind of keep track of how many times I've explored, because basically you can only explore each of the caves a maximum of 3 times per round. The first time that you explore a cave, it's going to just cost you the 1 token like it typically does, but the second time you do, it's going to cost you a token as well as an egg, and third time you do, it's going to cost a token and 2 eggs. So that's a good thing to note. Also, I just realized I actually maybe don't want to go there, because I need a milk. So maybe I go here. The only thing is, basically when you travel, you're going to start on the leftmost spot. Whenever you see this little travel guy, that is going to give you something. So this first spot here is going to give me 1 resource of my choice. Whenever you hit an empty spot, that immediately ends your explore action and you go back to base camp. So here, I would literally just be doing this to get 1 milk. Which is probably not the best option. If I went here, I would gain a dragon card. I would then go here. I would do his ability, and then I would go here. I would do this, and then I would hit this spot. It has no dragon. I would immediately go back to here. So if I do this, I'm not going to gain any. I'm not going to gain any resources. But maybe I do that just because that'll get me more cards. So I will still do the Golden Grotto. I'm going to go here. I gain a dragon, which So we are going to be getting Shy Dragons is one of the objectives. Which actually, let me zoom you guys out again. Shy Dragons is an objective, as well as dragons that cost gold are an objective. So I actually maybe want to grab this dragon. Because it's shy. It has an endgame scoring, which is kind of nice. And then it costs me 2 gold and 1 crystal, which is kind of a lot, which I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do that, but I think I will do that. I'm going to grab that dragon. A new one is going to come out. We're going to go to the next spot, which is reveal one from the deck. If it's a small dragon or a hatchling, tuck it, otherwise add it to your hand. So we're going to flip it. It's a medium dragon, so I do not tuck it here. I simply just add it to my hand. So this one is another shy dragon, actually, which is fantastic. I have 3 shy dragons in my hand. And then we'll go to the next spot here. This icon here allows me to move 1 spot on the Dragon Guild. That gets me a 2nd egg. And then we're going to put that there. And then we hit an empty spot. We go back to base camp. That is everything for my 2nd turn. Okay. Moving on to the AI's turn. So this here, if the deck was empty, they would pass, but it is not. They are going to get a token. So we're going to take a token. We're going to add that onto the objective tile for that round. And then still round 1, so they're going to move 1 space on the Dragon Guild, and they have not hit a brown spot as of yet, so that is everything for them. It is back to me. I have 3 more actions to perform. I can't really do anything as of yet. This top row is the main row where you can get resources, so I maybe want to start building up the top row. So I do think I am going to go explore the top row, which is not great, but I'm going to go here. I'm going to gain 1 resource of my choice. Like I said, I need milk for this fledgling, so we're going to take that milk, and then we've hit an empty spot, so we're going to go back to base camp. Done. All right. Also, I need to catch up on Twitch chat. Legends, hello. Hello, I mean, it's not my favorite, I'll say, but we did say we were gonna play the Lusty Maids game. What is that? Oh, that one. Tanto Cuore. Oh, that's what you and Mike were gonna play? I've actually seen that one multiple times. It looks very cute. It's like an anime. Legends, hello. I was just watching a Board Game Garden video last night. Heck yes. Thank you, Legends. I'll yap again with a Walt with a Walton Penny. Heck yes. Yapping, barking. That would be cute. Oh, I need a Board Game Garden shirt. The Board Game Greenhouse? Question mark. For my rebranding. Did you see the news story about the scientists who were experimenting with crossbreeding crabs and cheetahs? Things went sideways fast. Haha, badoom-tsh. Good one, Mayor of Canada. Haven't played Wyrmspan solo. Ironically, only at 2 players. Learning above and below haunted while watching. Heck yes. We love to see it. I need to play that one too. I want to play it before I make my favorite 2025 solo games video, because I have a feeling I will like that one, especially solo. Okay, so it is back to me, and like I said, I've been focusing on grabbing stuff to be able to play out this fledgling Fledglings are going to, I will say right now, they're going to score a little bit differently than the other dragons. Typically, the other dragons just have a certain amount of victory points on them, whereas the fledglings are going to score based off of how many other fledglings you have. So this fledgling currently, it says 1 victory point per fledgling. They do count themselves. So currently this fledgling is getting me 1 victory point. But if I get 2 fledglings, each of them will be 2, 3, each of them will be 3, so on and so forth. So I'm going to play out this fledgling here. That's going to cost me 1 egg and 1 milk. And then that one will go there. And this will gain me 1 victory point for each egg in this row. So I really want to get more dragons in this row that are going to allow me to place a lot of eggs on them. So that is my next thing. Also, additionally, whenever I pass this fledgling, I can train the fledgling because this endgame thing is not going to score unless I have the 3 cubes on there. So that is everything for my turn, which I did entice. So then moving on to the AI's turn, we're going to flip this over. Their deck is not empty yet, so they're not going to pass. And then, again, they're simply just going to move 1 space on the Dragon Guild, and that is everything. Done. Easy. Back to me. I need to figure out some ways to get more resources because these dragons are very expensive. Which actually, this dragon here is going to cost me 2 meat and 2 gems. There is a cave card out here that is going to gain me 1 meat and 1 gem. So I could very well do that. Grab that cave card. Only thing is I only have 1 action left. So this is going to be the last thing that I can do on this turn or on this round. And sadly, I am only going to be able to gain 1. Like, I am only going to have 1 for this. 1 dragon that costs a gold. At least 1 gold. And the AI also has 1 currently. So we will tie. But if I'm able to... There's definitely not... I will say there's also dragons that are conditional dragons. So you either pay the meat and the gold here, or you could ignore the dragon's cost if it will be the 3rd or 4th dragon in this cave. So that's kind of cool. Those are new for the Dragon Academy expansion as well. This one here is ignore this dragon's cost if you have played at least 2 other helpful dragons. Okay. And then this one is not one of those. So I'm definitely not going to be able to gain a dragon, which is fine. Maybe I just explore and I get a... This will get me a 2nd meat. If I move 1 more spot there. Oh, but then that's going to cost me an egg. So maybe I just go here. I'm going to explore my bottom cave, which is the Amethyst Abyss. I have nothing here, so I'm only going to be able to do the first thing, which is gaining a cave card. I am going to gain that middle cave card. That is going to gain me resources when I place it down. This is going to flip out. So that is my last action. You can actually pass before you are finished with your action tokens, but I believe you can only hold on to and bring over to the next round 2 of your tokens. So you can't pass and bring like 4 of your tokens to the next round. You can only do a max of 2. Okay, so then the AI is going to go. So if their deck was out, they would pass, but it is not. They are going to get rid of these dragon cards. These are going to go to the discard pile, and then 3 new dragon cards are going to come out. Whoa. There's another shy dragon there. Okay. And then they are going to additionally gain another one of these tokens. Not great for me. And then they are going to just move one space here. And that is everything for them. So it is back to me. I do not have any other tokens, so I am going to pass. I'm going to take my Explorer and I am going to go to one of these spots. I could either do 6 action tokens or... What did I end up doing on the last turn? Oh yeah, I explored that one. What do I need here? So I'm going to be able to play this one eventually. I will just need 1 additional crystal. So I could go here and gain a resource of my choice, or this one needs 2 gold and 1 crystal. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what I want to do. Gain 2 victory points if this dragon is between 2 other dragons in this cave. Well, that's cool. So you always gain an egg. So it's either do I want an additional egg, a resource, a cave card, a dragon card, or a step on here. And I think I'm going to do this one. So that's going to get me 5 tokens. All these get taken off. I will say that you don't actually get this stuff yet, so I'm just going to place this out here. And then that is going to be everything for me. I do have to pass. That sounds like 2 different pools of audience. One for the community and one for a concise playthrough. Here for both, but I'm more of this length or like 5-minute overview. Yeah. Oh, I totally didn't read that before. That one was before everything else. Which also, I missed Ryan. Let's schedule another game. Also, how's the coffee? I haven't had the coffee yet, Ryan. It's going to be tomorrow. But I'm very excited for it. The whatever it's called, the tamper, though, that was freaking great. Hello from Twitch now. Hello, Graham. Welcome. Okay, so that is everything for me. Like I said, the AI is going to go and they're going to flip this over. They do not pass yet because their deck is not out yet. They are going to add another token here. What the heck? And then they're going to move 2 spots. So they're going to go 1, 2. This means that they are going to do this first thing here because they did pass the brown spot. So if you land or they pass on the brown spot, they're going to take number 1 dragon. So they're going to take this one here. And they're going to take number 1 cave. So these 2 are for the AI. We'll just place them here for them to collect. We're going to place out new dragons, 1 and 2. That is everything for them. I've already passed, so then they are going to do 1 more. And then this here is that they are going to take 1 of these tokens away. Doesn't make a difference. I think they still beat me anyways. And then we are still on round 1. So they're going to go 1, 2. And then they haven't hit a brown spot. And so that is everything. Once their pile is run out, that means that they are going to pass as well. Typically they would place out on this 6 spot, but I've already passed. I passed before them, so it doesn't matter. They don't get any of the rewards anyways. So that is everything for the end of that round. So then we're just going to go through this quickly here. So end of the first round, you're going to activate any of the dragons that you have on your playmat that have an end of round activation, which has that little clock on it. I do not have any of those, so then we're going to score here. For the AI, each of these different tiles are going to have the AI scoring here, depending on the round that this tile is in. So it'll be round 1, it gets 0 plus whatever amount of tokens was on it. But if this was in the last spot here, it would get 3 plus any tokens. So they have 0 plus 2. So they have 2 dragons. I only have 1 dragon that has a cost of gold. So I get second place, they get first place. So we are going to take their cube. They're going to go on the first place spot. I am going to go on the second place spot. Not great, but that's fine. Everything is fine. That is everything for them. We are going to refresh all of the dragons and the caves. So these are going to get discarded. These are going to get discarded. 3 new cave cards are going to come out. Ooh, that's a good cave card. Gives me an additional action token. And then 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that dragon's so pretty. So we've refreshed those. Rotate the start player marker. So the AI is going to be the start player this time. And we're going to gain income. So I'm going to gain my 5 action tokens. And then I'm going to gain 1 egg, as well as I get 1 resource of my choice. And the resource that I am going to gain, I'm going to get a gold. Okay, so that is everything for the first round. We are then going to move on to the second round. I'm going to take back my guy here because I got my income. And we're going to go on to the second round. So we're going to clean up. The AI is going to get their 1 card I took out before. We're going to shuffle those up. The AI is going to go first, so there's more of a chance of them passing before me. Okay, we're going to take 1 card out. That's going to be their pile for this round. And then we're going to flip over their first card since the AI is first. So this will be round 2. They're going to move 2 spots. 1, 2. Nothing happens because they're not on a brown spot yet, but most likely, or 100% on their next turn, they will go on to this spot here. Okay, so then for me, I now have 1 gold and 1 meat. I don't know. I should probably get this one down because the objective for this round is dragons that may only live in 1 cave. So that's going to be dragons that only have 1 color on the side here, which actually both of my dragons, oh, that's nice. Both of them can only be placed in the Amethyst Abyss, whereas this fledgling here can be placed in any of the caves. So this is pay 1 cave card to activate 1 ability that is printed on your playmat. Oh, that's kind of nice. So I can pay to like activate any one of these. I think I am going to excavate. So I'm going to play this cave here. That is going to get me 1 meat and 1 crystal. 1 and 2. And that is everything for my turn. So then it goes back to the AI. We're going to flip this over. They are going to refresh the dragons. So goodbye dragons. New dragons come out, which is fine because I didn't even pay attention to what dragons were out. Okay. They are going to get 1 token on the second spot here. These actually get taken away. Which actually, let me just take this away because we have already scored that first one. So we don't need to focus on that anymore. Okay, so then they are on, well, we're on round 2. So that means they are going to move 1 spot. They've made it back to a brown spot. That means that they are going to take number 2 dragon. That's going to get added to their pile of dragons. And this here means that they are going to move 2 spaces with the cube, which if they have a cube available, which they start with 1, they are going to then be able to place one of their cubes on one of these things. They are not going to do that thing. They are simply just going to block it for me. So they're going to go 1 to the second one here. So they're going to block that ability, which is draw 3 caves from the deck, excavate for free with 1, or keep it, discard the others. That would have been fun. That's fine. Hey Jen, I can't wait to get Dragon Academy to the table. Heck yes. Do it, Ian. It's very fun. Where's Nat? LOL. Drink every time you saw or say spot. Have I been saying spot a lot? Go Team Jenna. Heck yes. Thanks, Legends. Alright, so that is the AI. It is back to me. I still do not have enough, but I am 1 away from both of these. So which one do I want more of? I think this one is most likely the one that I would like to play first. So I am going to explore. My only issue here is I'm going to be passing this fledgling without training it, which is not great. But like, that's okay, I guess. I'm going to explore. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to gain 1 resource of my choice. I am going to gain that second crystal that I would like to play one of my dragons. We're going to go here. I could train a dragon, but I do not have a milk to pay for training that fledgling, so we're going to pass by. And then I get to go up 1 spot here. That gets me 1 meat. And then this is an empty spot, so I'm going to go back to base camp. And that is everything for my turn. AI is going to go. They're not going to pass yet. They're going to add a token to this spot here. Okay, and then round 2, they're simply just going to move 1 spot. They are not on a brown, so that is the end of their turn. I am now going to entice a dragon. We're going to pay 2 meat and 2 crystal. We're going to play this dragon down to this spot here. Where are the lines? There we go. Doesn't get me anything when I play the dragon, but now we have 1 dragon in each of our caves, which is nice. Okay, that is everything for me. Back to the AI. We're going to flip this over. Does not pass. Round 2, we're going to move 1 spot here. And that is them. Easy. This is like, honestly, this is one of the easiest AIs to work with. Now I want to watch How to Train Your Dragon again. I haven't seen that. Fun fact. I haven't seen any of the How to Train Your Dragon. Because the second one just recently came out, right? Am I crazy? I think it was the second How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, so it is back to me. I have 2 actions left. I do need 1 more gold and 1 crystal in order to play this dragon down. I'm good for cave cards. It would be really nice to gain this cave card, so maybe I actually do that. Yeah, maybe I'd do that actually. Let me explore and explore the bottom here, which I start here. I gain a cave card. I'm going to grab this cave card. Oh, hold up. Gain a cave card and 2 eggs. I could do that. The only thing, no, I think we should be good. Sure, I'm gonna grab this one, which might be crazy. And hopefully they don't refresh the cards. I don't think they will. And they're not gonna hit a brown spot here. I'm gonna take this one. Oh wait, no. I think this is, if you see this icon, that means you have to take it from the pile. Please hold, let me check. Actually, I might not be able to check. It actually might be either top deck or you can take it from the display. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So I do think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take this card because when I put this cave card down, I will be able to then take another cave card and I can take this. And I get 2 additional eggs, which is great because we're gonna need eggs, especially for this fledgling. So we're gonna put that, or we're gonna take this cave card. I'm going to go to here. This is pay a cave card to activate, which I'm not gonna do. We're gonna go here. That's going to allow me to move 1 spot on the Dragon Guild. That's going to get me 1 dragon card, which, I might actually take this dragon here. This dragon would get me a milk, which is kind of helpful, especially if I want to get this fledgling trained, because it needs 2 milk. So I'll take that dragon, put a new dragon out, and then we've hit an empty spot, so we go back to camp. Boom. That is everything for me. Now we just hope that the AI doesn't take a cave card, which I don't think it will. Thank goodness. So nothing's happening at the top except for they're going to take 1 of their tokens away. Round 2, they're only going to move 1 time, and then they don't hit a brown spot, so that is everything for them. And then for my last turn here, I am going to excavate again, and I'm going to place down this cave card, which allows me to gain 1 card. Boom. And then I get to lay 2 eggs. And I believe, remind me, when I lay 2 eggs, I just take them from the supply, right? And then these eggs here, I can place these onto any dragons at any time, I believe. I think this is just like storing extra eggs. So I think I'm good there. So I laid 2 eggs, gained a cave card, and then a new cave card comes out. All right, we're really taking a cave heavy strategy this game, which I typically don't do. Okay. There are 3 How to Train Your Dragon movies now? What the heck? Live action just came out. Okay, that's probably what I saw. That's crazy. There are 3 of them. That's wild. So the live action one was the live action of the first movie? Is that correct? The last animated one came out in 2019. I am very behind on How to Train Your Dragon, clearly. I didn't see the live action, but the animated is pretty good. I honestly would like to see them. I'm always torn on live action remakes. I almost always check it out eventually, just haven't gotten to it yet. Yeah, I'm the same. Typically, I don't love live action. I enjoyed the live action of The Beauty and the Beast. That one was good. What other live actions have I seen? Honestly, that was like the only one that's at the top of my mind that was like good. So clearly other ones were not good if I can't remember them. What? They're so good. I'm so sorry, Mike. Yeah, they basically remade the first movie live action. Oh, okay. All 3 animated ones are so good. I will have to watch them. This live action is worth it. They did a fantastic job. Okay, good to know. Okay, is it me again? Or is it the AI? I think it's the AI. That's crazy though. I only have 1 action left. I don't have any actions left. Okay, so we are back to the AI, I believe. They are going to not pass. They're going to add a token to here. Surprise, surprise. And then they're going to look. It is round 2, so they're going to only move 1 space here. And then not on a brown spot, so that is done. It is back to me. I have no more action tokens left. I'm close to getting an additional one with this, but I was just one shy. So I'm going to be able to pass before the AI, and honestly, I think I might take the 6 action tokens, because then I'll be able to place down this. That will get me another action token. But at the same time, though, if I do one of the 5s, place this, I'll just get it back. So maybe I actually, like both ways I'm gaining an additional action, but do I want any of these? Pay, lay 3 eggs. Do I want any of these dragons? We have 2 fledglings. No. If I move 1 spot, I gain a cave card. Maybe I do that. I'm going to do this here, which is going to get me 5 action tokens, an egg, and a movement here. That'll get me 1 spot closer to gaining one of these actions, which are pretty strong. So I'm going to place there. I think that's good for me. So that is everything for my turn. I'm simply just passing, and then the AI is going to flip, and they are going to take away 1 of these tokens here. It is round 2, so they are going to move 1 spot, and that is them. They actually don't hit the brown spot yet, so that's good. So then we are all finished. We're going to start at the top again. We're going to activate any abilities that are end of round abilities, which we have none. We're going to score dragons that may only live in 1 cave. I have 2 of those. The AI also has 2, so we are going to tie. We're both going to get first. This gets discarded. This can also get discarded. And then we're going to go to here. We're going to refresh the cave cards and the dragon cards. Three new ones come out, which is fine because I didn't really like any of the other ones. And then 3 new cave cards. Okay. I think technically the AI has one of those cubes. I think they gain one at the end of each round. So they have a cube here for when they do gain another one out on the guild. Okay, so that is everything. The start player gets passed back to me. I gain my income, which is I gain my 5 action tokens back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gain 1 egg. So I'm going to just place out an egg on this dragon here. And then I get to move 1 spot here. And then I will gain one of these cave cards, which is kind of nice. Activate the on play ability of any dragon on your player mat. I do not have on play abilities for any dragons as of right now. This is draw 3 dragons from the deck, keep 1, discard 1, and tuck 1 under any dragon. And this is up to 3 times, pay an egg to gain 2 different resources. Each opponent may do this once. I am taking that cave card. That's a good one. That'll get me some good resources. But I will have to pay eggs. That's fine. Okay, I will take back my little guy here. And then we're going to move on to the 3rd round. We are halfway through. This round we're going to be doing shy dragons. Ooh, you know what I just realized? This was round 2. So the AI had 2 plus 1. They actually won. Dang it, we did not tie. Oopsie. I am not doing well in the department of beating the AI in these. Uh-oh. Hello, Stacy. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How was volleyball? A wild Stacy appears. Okay. So, I am now first player again. I would love to be able to play some of these dragons. Specifically, this one would kind of be nice to play. This can be played in either Golden Grotto or the Amethyst Abyss. I need 1 crystal in order to play down that dragon. Which I think right off the bat, I am going to go here. Ooh. Oh, you know what I just realized? When I placed down this cave card, I should have paid 1 egg to excavate it. So we are going to get rid of that right off the bat. And when I do place down another one, I will have to pay a 2nd egg. Which actually, I might not get rid of this egg. I might get rid of this egg. Okay. So excavate. Do you really need to place that down, Jenna? Maybe we wait on excavating. And maybe we do this right away. Maybe we do excavate. I'm going to excavate. I'm going to take this egg off of this dragon here. I'm going to excavate here. This is up to 3 times, pay 1 egg to gain 2 different resources. And each opponent may do this 1 time. So the AI is going to, I believe, there's like a really tricky rule when it comes to the AI gaining things with the solo mode of the expansion. Because typically in the base game of Wyrmspan, in the solo mode, if I was to play this cave card that says opponents gain things, the AI does not gain anything. But in the solo mode with the expansion, the AI now is able to cache things, which basically means that they gain these cache tokens, which you can use any of the resources you'd like. And they are going to get victory points for the cache tokens. So it's kind of them gaining something for those cards that would typically gain opponents' stuff. So I can do this 3 times. Each opponent then do this once. Let me quickly make sure I'm doing this correctly. So when this is to happen, if the benefit says they must pay a cost to gain something, give them 1 cash token from the supply for each thing they would gain. So they would gain 2 things, so they are going to gain 2 cash tokens. I am going to use the training cubes. So they are going to get 2 cash tokens because they typically would gain 2 resources. I am going to pay, honestly, I think, do I just want to do 2 eggs or do I want to do 1 egg? Because 2 eggs would get me 4 resources. So I could get 2 crystals and 2 gold. That would allow me to have stuff for all of these. Or if I get rid of this, I can get 2 more resources. I think I'm going to get rid of all my eggs, which is kind of crazy. I'm going to gain 6 resources. So I'm going to gain 2 gold. I'm going to gain 2 crystal. And I'm going to gain 2 milk. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. And that is from excavating. I am going to have to work towards gaining more eggs now. Great. Just lost all of my eggs. Which also, the AI... Where did the AI's extra card go? There it is. Very concerned. We do need to refresh the AI's cards before they take their turn. Okay, so the AI is going to flip. They are going to refresh the dragon cards. Okay, they are going to gain 1 token on here. And then round 3, they're going to move twice. 1, 2. Ugh, that sucks. Which actually they do have, going into the 3rd round, they have another cube here. They did hit the brown, so they are going to get rid of dragon number 2, and they are going to place a cube 1. This spot is full, so they're going to go 2 to this spot here. Okay, so they have covered up 1 of the spots for that ability there, and then it is back to me, and I think I am going to play out a dragon. This dragon can be played in either the yellow or the purple. So I am going to pay 1 gold, 1 crystal. This dragon is going to go out here to this spot. Okay. That is everything for me. I did entice. So it is now the AI's turn. Round 3, they're going to move 1, 2 on the guild. They did not hit a brown spot, so that's everything for them. I cannot excavate currently because I don't have any eggs. This cave card gives me eggs. That's pretty much it. Shoot. Maybe I should have kept my eggs. But this was really helpful to like not have to worry about all of those. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. I'm going to go along my golden grotto. I'm gonna gain 1 of these, which... Ooh, that's a pretty good ability. Dang. But that costs a token. That's wild. Might as well. Sure. I'm going to take this one. Do I? No, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this shy one. See if I can play that one out. A new card goes out, so that's dragon. Reveal one dragon. If it's small or hatchling, tuck it here, otherwise add it to your hand. It is a hatchling, so I am going to tuck it underneath this dragon. That is going to get me victory points at the end of the game. We're going to go to the next spot here, which is I get a crystal. And then I'm going to go here. That gains me a milk. Boom. Oh, and then I go here, and it gains me another dragon card. Ooh, I don't know. All of these are kind of crazy. I'll take this fledgling. The one that I was initially going to get. Okay, and then hit an empty spot, go back to the start. Do. How's the snow? Actually, it is literally leaving us. Like Carrie said, it's melting. We got above freezing today. It was kind of bad. And now, of course, it's probably going to be, I feel like we've had this happen a few years where we get like completely like just so much snow, and then Christmas comes along and the snow melts. So then we get so much snow, but then we end up not having a white Christmas, which is really sad. So I'm hoping the snow is disappearing, but then I'm hoping it'll come back by next week for Christmas. We will see. There will be more. It's still early in the season, exactly. The wettest, slushiest Christmas. I hate that. I don't want that to happen. A lot of the objectives are hard because you might be unlucky with the cards that come out. Yeah, for sure. Like, I've been pretty lucky with getting some shy cards, but for the AI here, the AI is going to have one shy dragon plus any tokens that are here. So currently we're tied. I do have 2 shy dragons here that I can play, so we will see. Ooh, that one's kind of cool. Okay. Where was I? What was I doing? I think it is now the AI's turn because I played this dragon out. All right. AI's third turn. Of course, they're going to add another token to their objective here. It is round 3, so they're just going to move 1 spot. They have not hit a brown spot, so that is everything. That's such a funny thing to say. They haven't hit a brown spot. And then, as for something else, did I do an action without putting out a token? There's a slight possibility that I might have done that. No. No, because I think this is the only dragon that I've played this round. I think I played all 3 of these in the first 2 rounds. Okay, so as for me, what do I want to do? I do want to get more dragons down, because the more dragons that you have in your different caves, the more abilities you're going to be able to trigger when it comes to exploring. So I would love to be able to train this fledgling eventually. So what I can do, both of these need to be played in the bottom here. So which one of these would I want to do? So I'm going to play out this one here, which this is going to be 3 crystals, which I have 2 crystals, and then I'm going to spend... I'm going to spend 2 of any resource. At any time, you can convert 2 of any resource into 1 of any resource. So I'm going to spend a meat and a milk to make a 3rd crystal. And then I'm going to play this down here. And this is going to allow me to have like an ongoing ability, which is kind of nice. Or sorry, like an end of round trigger ability, which is either train any fledgling one time for free or lay one egg on a lay one egg for each fully trained fledgling. Cool. All right. So that is everything there. That was me enticing a second dragon. So it is back to the AI. We're going to flip over this. They're going to add another token onto this here, which is not good. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get more fledglings than them. I only currently have one, but I do have one in my hand that I could play at some point. So then they are going to look, it is round 3, so they're going to go 1, 2. That is going to allow them, they have hit a brown spot, so they get number 1 dragon and number 1 cave. We're going to place out new cards, and it is back to me. And I believe I cannot afford this one anymore. I could spend 2 milk as 1 crystal and play out this dragon. Or do I explore? That would allow me... I can't explore here again. Shoot. But I could explore here for 1. So I might do that actually. So I'll go here. I'm going to gain a cave card, which I will just gain this one here. At least it has a lay 1 egg ability. And then we'll go here. I will pay 1 cave card. I'm actually going to pay the one that I just got in order to activate any one of the abilities out here, which I think I am going to do the gain any 1 resource. Actually, what am I going to do? The next thing is going to allow me to go here, which allows me to place out a cube. And I could place out a cube. Gain 1 dragon card from the deck. Either gain all the resources and eggs in the cost, or discard it to gain 1 action token. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, so for this one, I do think I'm going to gain a crystal. And then we'll move on to the next thing, which is I move to here. This is going to allow me to place one of my cubes out. I kind of want to do this one because it sounds fun. Or I could draw 3 dragons from the deck, play 1 for free or keep it, discard the others. Or I could gain 1 dragon from the deck, either gain all of its resources in the cost or discard it to gain 1 action. That one kind of seems good. Or I could get the endgame scoring one, which I'm kind of tempted for, but no, I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to flip over a card from the deck, either gain of all of its resources in the cost or discard it to gain an action. Boom. So I would gain 1 meat and 1 crystal. I think I'm going to discard it to gain an additional action token. That will get me 1 more turn, which is kind of nice. This doesn't give me an ability. This will give me 1 more cave card. I'll just take this cave card. Okay. And then that is everything for me. Empty spot, back to base camp. So that actually extended my round because I did get an additional action token, which is nice. Okay, moving on to the AI's turn. Boom, they do nothing at the top. It is round 2, so they are going to Move 1, 2. They're not on a brown spot, so that is going to be the end of their turn. It's back to me. I have one more action token that I can use. Oh, this fledgling is really cool. How can I play this? I really want to play you, little guy. I can play a third dragon, so I might as well. I am going to entice for my last action, and it's going to cost me 2 gold and 1 crystal. I'm going to play this last dragon up here. So this will be an endgame victory point 1, and it's gained 2 victory points for each end round dragon on your player mat that has that like ability, which I only have 1 currently, but this one here will add another one, so it'll get me some victory points. I'm taking a snow day from work right now. First time catching you live. Hello, Kane. Welcome to the stream. Apologies for the snow day, but thanks for joining. How's it going? Love a good snow day. And then snowstorm in March. Literally, Mike. It's crazy. Gotta love being Canadian. Okay, so that is everything for me. I now have 4 shy dragons. I think the AI also has 4 shy dragons, but that's fine. Okay, the AI is going to discard one of their tokens. Good. And then round 3, they're going to move twice. 1, 2. And they did not hit a brown spot, so that is everything for them. It is back to me. I unfortunately do have to pass. Not great, but it's fine. I didn't end up playing this card here. Do I want anything specific? To be honest, I kind of just want to go for 6 action things. So I think I will do that. That is my turn. The AI is going to flip over. This is going to take one of these away. Thank goodness. Round 3. So they're going to go 1, 2. They did hit a brown spot, so they're going to get dragon number 2 and cave card number 2. And those are going to be flipped out. And then I believe, hopefully this one will make them pass. Yes. So if this happens with this icon up here saying they're going to pass, if the thing is empty now, this card is just like, they're not going to do any of the actions on this card. They're just going to pass then and there. So that is everything for 3rd round. So again, we're going to start up here. We're going to look, I have here, I can either train any fledgling 1 time for free, or lay 1 egg for each fully trained fledgling. I have no fully trained fledglings, but I can train 1 for free, so that's good there. Saves me a milk. And then that is everything for my end of round abilities. The AI has 2 shy dragons. I have 4 shy dragons. Heck yes. So I get first for this one. They get second. Good. And then we're going to refresh these cards here for our last round. 3 new cave cards will come out. 3 new dragons. Ooh. The AI will get another one of those cubes. I think that's what happens, right? Yeah, I think they just have... I think what was supposed to happen is the 4 that I had here, those were supposed to be for their scoring tokens. And then the ones that I had here, here, and here, those were supposed to be taken off and placed beside the Dragon Guild. It's fine. I know that they have the certain amount of cubes. Okay. So then, rotate the starting player. AI is going to be the start player this round. Then we are going to gain income. I gain 6 of these action tokens, which I think I have 6 here on my board. And then I don't get anything else because that is what I wanted to do. Just get 6 action tokens. And the AI is first. So we are going to... What in the heckity heck? Did I not... I didn't take out... Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I didn't take out one of their cards, which I think is fine. Because I think the last card was like the pass card. So they would have passed anyways because their deck would have been empty. Okay. Remember to take a card out of their pile. And then we're going to flip their card over, see what they do. They're not going to pass because their pile is not empty. They are going to gain 1 on the last action. This one's going to get taken away because we're done with that one. And then it is round 4, so they're going to move twice. 1, 2. And they're not on a brown spot, so that is everything for them. So then back to me. I do still not have any eggs, but that is okay. I would love to get a gold, so I think I'm going to explore. So I'm going to go here. We're going to go here. I'm going to gain a gold. We're going to go on to this fledgling. I am going to train this fledgling. So I'm going to spend a cave card in order to do this second fledgling spot. And then we'll move on to the next one, which is me moving 1 space to gain an egg. I am going to place that egg on this fledgling. Then we'll go to here. This does not do anything for me. I am going to gain 1 more resource of my choice. I'll gain a crystal. Okay. And then empty spot, so we get placed back at base camp. That's everything for me. Move on to the AI. They're going to add another token to this last spot here. They, for this last round, are going to have 2 fledglings plus however many markers are on it. So they currently have 4 fledglings. That's not great. I only have 1. But I will have 2 in a second. And then, 4th round, they are going to move 1, 2. That's everything for them. They're not on a brown spot. For me, do I want to entice? I think I do. I'm going to entice this little fledgling here. We're going to do this spot here. I don't have to spend an egg. The egg is just for excavating. So that little guy there is going to allow me to pay 1 resource at the end of the round to move 3 spaces on the Dragon Guild, which is kind of cool. But that is only if I'm able to fully train that dragon. Which I think I should be able to. No. I am not placing this dragon here. What am I thinking? Because I would have to explore this once and then explore it again. So that would cost me 3 eggs. Whereas if I place this dragon here, that will be a lot better. I'll place him there. And that costs me 1 action token and 1 gold. Ugh, hate that. Okay, so that is everything for me. I enticed a dragon. It is now the AI's turn. Nothing's going to happen at the top. Round 4, they're going to go 1, 2. They hit this, so they are going to take dragon number 3, cave card number 3. And then those are going to get replenished. Which is fine, because I just don't want them to take any more of these spots, because I kind of want those. But I, again, have quite a few spots to go. So, do I explore here? Or do I excavate? Place this here. That'll just gain me another action token. I don't really think this is really that helpful. Because you have to use an action token to place the cave. I don't know what I want to do. I think I will explore here. So we'll go here. I'll gain a dragon. I'll just take this guy. This guy's kind of crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so we'll take that. New one comes out. We'll go here. Reveal one dragon from the deck. If it's a smaller hatchling, tuck it here. Otherwise, put it in your hand. It is a hatchling. So another one is going to get tucked under this dragon. Okay, and then we're going to move to this dragon. Nope, sorry, we're going to move to the in-between spot, which is I move here, and I gain 1 gold. Move to this dragon, I gain 1 milk, and then I move here. That gets me another dragon, which I'll just take this fledgling. Yes. Okay. New one comes out. And then here I can train this dragon, which I can spend 1 crystal in order to train that. And then last spot here, I can lay 1 egg. So I will lay 1 egg on this dragon here. And empty spot, back to base camp. That is everything for me. It's back to the AI. Flip this over. They get rid of 1 of their tokens on the objective. Round 4, they're just going to move 1 spot, and they do not do anything. Boom. Everyone's chatting about level up. Fun. Okay, so I have 2 actions left, which is not great. And oh, this is not great at all. I don't think I'm going to be doing very good, guys. I feel like I need to play this game more. Oh, also, we are on round 4. I need to play this game more because I feel like I'm not doing well. But I will say that this is my first time playing solo with the Dragon Academy expansion, and the fledglings are pretty difficult. Because you're having to spend more resources, and also you're having to really plan out your exploring more, I'm finding. Because in order for me to complete this fledgling and this fledgling, I'm going to have to use my last 2 actions to explore here and here. You know what I could do? Oh, heck yes. I just realized something. Okay. Big brain move. Instead of exploring here and here, I can actually explore down here. These don't really gain me things that I really want, but the cards are what is giving me what I want here. So, first thing is I'm going to go here. I'm going to gain a cave card. I'll just gain one because I'm spending it anyways. We'll go to here. This is spend 1 cave card to activate 1 explore ability. Oh, that is... No. No. Pay 1 cave card to activate 1 explore ability that is printed on your player mat. Crap. I really thought I could do it. I guess that's fine. So I can like lay an egg. My initial thought was that I was going to be able to activate one of the fledglings like training abilities, but it has to be an ability that is on your mat. So that's unfortunate. But I guess what I can do is I can activate one of the lay egg actions, and that'll at least get me an additional egg that I can use. And then we'll go here. This allows me to move up 1 space, and I gain a dragon, which I'll just gain this one, sure. And then, shoot, this is not going to work either. This ability is just an end of round ability. No. Stupid. Stupid, Jenna. What were you thinking, girl? Okay, so maybe we say rewind. This goes back here. This goes back here. This goes back here. We're rewinding. Boop, boop. Weep. Okay, let's think about this a little bit more, Jenna. I really thought I had something there, but just kidding. Oh. It was just Daddy, bud. It was just your father. Go. It was just Dad. Go back to bed. Walter is not having it. Francis just went out the front door. Oh, he's gonna bark. Apologies. It's just Daddy. He's actually being good. Good boy, Walter. Good boy, not barking. Good job, bud. Okay. So back to what I was saying before. I am going to have to use both of my actions. Oh, actually, no, because this will be activated at the end of the round. So, what I can do is I can do at least one of them now. Which, let's do this one. So I'm going to explore a second time. I do have to spend an egg. No. Let's do this one. Oh, I'm so annoying, aren't I? No, we're going to do this one. Do this one, spend an egg, and then we're going to explore. We'll go here. We will gain... a meat, I suppose. Okay, and then we'll go here. That's going to allow me to spend a milk to finally finish this fledgling. And then we'll go here. We'll move here. That will gain us... Actually, let's really think about this. Yeah, we'll just take that one. I don't think I'm going to play it anyways. And then this is nothing. This will gain us another resource, which I will just do a gold, I guess. And then empty spot, go back to base camp. Okay, so that's me. Back to the AI. Boom, nothing's gonna happen. 4th round, they're gonna go 1-2. That is everything for them. And then for my last action, I am going to think play a dragon. Which is Entice. I'm going to play a card from my hand. And I am going to play for 1 meat this dragon here, which is a fledgling as well. So that will add to my number of fledglings that I have at the end of the game. And that is my last action. I'm not going to be able to train this fledgling, but at least I'll have it there for scoring of the fledglings, because the fledglings still score the same, even if they're trained or untrained. So that'll be there. That is my last turn. So it is the AI's turn. They are going to get rid of these. Technically, a third one would have been out, so this one gets discarded as well. And then 3 new dragons are going to come out. Okay, they are going to add 1 token to here. Disgusting. And then 4th round, they're going to move 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. No, bro. Why would you do this? That's so frustrating. They're going to take the endgame scoring that's on here. So they did hit a brown spot, which means they're going to take dragon number 2. And they're going to place a cube on the second available thing. So we're going to go 1, 2 to this endgame scoring spot. That really sucks. I was really hoping to get that at the end of the game, but they got it. So that is everything for them. I am going to, oh my goodness, I am an idiot. At the end of the 3rd round, I was supposed to place 1 here instead of here. So instead of me placing here to get 6, I probably would have placed here to get an additional egg, because I obviously want lots of eggs. So I am going to place an egg here because I would have had an additional egg. All right, but I still would have had 6 actions. It still would have been the same. Okay, that sucks. So then that is the end of my 4th round. I do not have to place my guy out. This red area is simply just for the 3rd round, and then obviously you're not gaining anything for the next round because there is no next round. So I'm not going to place out my guy, but I am going to pass. And then the AI is going to do this last card. So they are going to take away 1 of these tokens. And then for the 4th round, they're going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Thankfully, they are not going to get any additional things. So that is everything for them. And that is everything for the round, which first we're going to activate any of our endgame abilities, which I am going to activate this one first, which is going to either train 1 fledgling 1 time for free or lay an egg for each fully trained fledgling. So I am going to fully finish off this one, because then that will activate the second ability, which this one is going to allow me to pay any 1 resource to move up 3 times or move around 3 times on the Dragon Guild. So that's going to allow me to go 1, 2, 3. I think that would typically get me 1 action token, a milk, and then I hit that end spot, but I don't think I can use that action token since there's no additional round. But I did hit this spot here, so that is going to allow me to take 1 of these. And I think I'm just going to get this endgame 6 victory points. I think this endgame one of me drawing 4 cards and then getting the score that's printed on 2 of them, I think that maybe would have gotten me more. I kind of just want to do it just for the fun of it. So maybe I'll do that at the end of the round. Okay, so that is everything for the end of round abilities. We're then going to go to scoring. The AI has 2 on the tile plus 1, so they have 3 fledglings. I also have 3 fledglings. Let me actually, no, I don't have any other fledglings. Dang it. I also didn't have a cave card, so I couldn't have done it. Okay, so we are tied. So both me and the AI are gonna go here. I do believe that we divide by 2 and then half it, but I could be wrong. I will check to see, or we both get 7 victory points. I'm not 100% sure, but I will check the rule book for that in a second. That is everything for the scoring. So we're gonna take that away. And then we're not gonna do anything else. Typically you would refresh, you would rotate the start marker, gain income, but because it's the end of the round, that is everything for us. So we're gonna go into endgame scoring, which, like I said, I need to check on this stuff here. Oh, actually, do we have endgame scoring in this? Endgame scoring at the end of the game. Calculate Atoma's score as follows. 7 for each dragon. 2 for each cave card. 1 for each step away from the brown space she last visited. VP gained from completing public objectives. In event of a tie, you win. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. This is probably hurting a lot of you. Okay. Let me double check. Oh. I need the actual rule book. What is happening? Who called Jenna an idiot? I'm confused and angry. What is happening? Hey, don't call my friend Jenna an idiot. Is it because I called myself an idiot? Okay. Let me check. Just to make sure I am giving myself all of the correct endgame stuff. Okay. Endgame scoring. I think Jenna called herself. I did. Yep. It's fine. We can all call ourselves idiots sometimes. Alright, so endgame. Add up your victory points for the following categories. Markers on Dragon Guild. Printed VP values. On visible dragons. Endgame abilities. Eggs. Cash resources. Tucked cards. Public objective. Ties are friendly. All players whose markers are at a certain level. So that is for that spot there. Excess items and coins. 1 for each coin you have remaining. Nice. 1 for every 4 other items. So resources, dragon cards, and cave cards. Okay. So let's quickly count up the AI's victory points, and then we'll do mine, and then see if I win. Which I guess, like, the AI does get victory points for all of these. Great. So those are mine. These are the AI's. All right. So the AI is going to get 7 victory points for every dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. 7 times 7 is 49. So they have 49 plus, they get 2 for every cave card. 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 8 equals, okay, plus they get 1 for every step away from the brown space. So 1, 2, 3, plus 3. And then they get VP from public objectives. So they get 9, 12, 19, plus 19 for objectives. And that is everything for them. So they have a score of 79. We need... Oh, I guess they don't actually score anything for these. This is just simply them like taking the spot from you. So that's good. So they have a score of 79. Everyone remember, AI has 79. And then for me, for my endgame scoring, I'm going to get markers on the Dragon Guild. I am simply just going to get 6 victory points for this endgame here. I kind of want to see what I would have gotten if I got that, like, draw 4 and get victory points for 2 of them. Okay, so I would have gotten the same, because these 2 are the highest. They both are 3 victory points, so I would have gotten 6 victory points. Okay, so I'm okay with that. I'm happy. So I got 6 victory points from that, the guild board. Printed values on all of my dragons. So I have 1 per fledgling. I have 3 fledglings. So each of my fledglings are going to be 3. So 3 plus 5, 8, plus another 3, 11, plus another 3, 14, plus 2, 16, plus 5, 21, plus 5, 26, plus 5, 31. So 31 for all of my dragons, plus endgame abilities. So I am going to gain 1 victory point for each egg in this dragon's row. So I just get 2. This is 2 victory points for every dragon that has a end of round ability. And I think fledglings, they still count, even if they're not untrained. So this is 2, 4, 6. 6 for that. And then do I have any other end game? I do not. So then I have eggs, 1 for each egg. I just have 2 eggs, so 2. Cash resources, gain 1 per cash resource and 1 for each tucked card. I believe I just have 2 tucked cards behind here. 2 tucked cards, so plus 2. Public objectives, I have 1 plus 2, so I have 3, plus 6 is 9, plus 7 is 16, plus 16. And then excess coins, 1 for each coin. And then I have, I think it's 1 for every 4 items. I have 3 and 4, so I just get 1 additional point. I don't think I won, guys. I have to beat 79, and I got 67. Dang it. All right. That is everything for me, sadly. So the AI got 79. I got 67. Sadly, I did lose. They cheated, I'm sure of it. Yeah, for sure. I should have won. The AI cheated. What the heck, man? All right, friends. So that is going to be everything for today's stream of Wyrmspan with the new Dragon Academy expansion. I actually really enjoyed the additions. I personally really like expansions that add things that don't add any additional gameplay, if that makes sense. Because with this expansion does not add any new thing that you're having to do. Except for like the pass thing, but that's like just a small thing that instead of just passing and you getting the same thing each round, you're passing and getting to choose what you start with in the next round, which I am really a fan of. So love that. It just gives you more of what you already have in the base game. So it gives you more of those guilds. So it gives you more variability with those. It gives you more cave cards, more dragon cards. The dragon cards, they're still cards, but they add different things. So you have those fledglings. You have the different like costs that are based off of something else. So instead of actually paying the resources for that dragon, if you have some sort of thing, you'll be able to play that dragon for free, which I think is cool. And yeah, you have a bunch of new dragons. So it's just more of what you already know in the game, which I appreciate. Oh my goodness. 6-7, you say? 6-7? Oh, gosh, I hate that so much. Oh, what is happening to our youth? Start the stream over, you can't lose. You can't. The Gen Z, Gen Alpha would love your score. Oh, yep. The youth would really love that. They're just laughing. They're laughing out there. Any Gen Zs, Gen Alphas out there watching this stream? Good game. Better luck next time. Thank you so much, Kane. Appreciate it. Youth. I'm old. The youth. I feel old too. Oh, I guess you are older than me, Ryan. So if I'm saying somebody is youth, then I guess, yeah, you are. But you're not that old. You're not even that much older than me. So maybe 5 to 10 years older than me. It's better than was for mine. Yeah. Everyone look away so Jenna can fudge a play and just adjust her score. Let me just add a few more dragons. Like, oh my god. I'm so good at this game. Well, anyways, friends, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. A huge thank you again to Stonemaier Games for sponsoring today's stream. Appreciate it. I have loved working with them this year. And like I said, this is my last one of 2025. It is actually a year. No. It is actually... Let me try that again. It is actually a week before Christmas. So hopefully you all have a wonderful Christmas. If you celebrate, of course, happy Hanukkah or anything else that all of you out there celebrate around this time of year. Hopefully you have a wonderful time with friends and family and just relax before the start of the new year. Gen X here. Heck yeah. Thank you, Jenna. We love you, Jenna. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys too. Bye. Back to Coral Island I go. Have fun, Soul of Power games. Thanks for watching. Loving it. Could go a whole other hour. Well, that is very nice. Thank you for dealing with me. I guess not dealing with me. Thank you for hanging out and spending time with me and choosing to spend time with me on this Thursday. I appreciate you guys. Brian, oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I appreciate that too. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Merry Christmas to you, Brian. Merry Christmas, everybody in chat. Brian is not an idiot. No. Yo, I didn't know you were live streaming today. Good stuff. Hello. Welcome back. Sloth? I'm just going to call you Sloth. Welcome to the stream. I just finished up, so hopefully you have a good rest of your night. Time to organize LeBron, huh? Heck yeah. But yeah, appreciate you all. Have a good rest of your Thursday. Like I said, have a wonderful holiday. And I will see you guys most likely in the New Year's for my next stream. Yeah. Love you guys. Bye, friends.